Fun fact from World Traveler Mom that I have, Jack Daniels is how you bribe customs officials.
Sorry, legal.
Oh, also Marlboro Reds.
All right.
Sorry, legal.
Maybe let me swallow next time.
That's what she said.
Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. This is Ryan. He's your cook.
That's Evan, the guy, and Aiden, who...
Human chaos.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So much chaos.
All right. So we've had a little bit of this.
The bottle was half full.
Tonight.
It wasn't full. It was half full.
Believe what you want.
It would...
Anyway, this is a pretty good staple to gauge your whiskey off of.
Turns out it's incredibly hard to review a whiskey that you've had for a good chunk of your living legal
Not just
life.
adult life.
Yeah.
I gotta be careful. I don't have too much left. I'm afraid I might give somebody all of it and the rest of us none.
Wait, what do you mean the rest of us? Who else are you pouring whiskey for? What does that even mean?
All right, so Jack Daniels, Old Number 7, sometimes known as Black Label or just plain old Jack. You can find it just about anywhere, except for where it's made. Do we need to have some kind of thing we do for... Never mind.
But Ryan, what about where it's made?
Lynchburg, Tennessee, Dry County, horrible. You can get candies there, though.
What?
Yeah, candies in
Yeah,
Lynchburg,
they have
Tennessee.
Jack Daniels candies. They're pretty good.
And Brentley Gilbert sings about it in bulk.
Brantley Gilbert, sponsor us.
So one thing that I've come to like is that while we've been going through these whiskeys for the better part of a year now,
Yeah.
is that the flavor profile on something that I thought was just a regular old whiskey actually is quite complex.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I'm a whiskey connoisseur by any means. It just we've come to that point, I guess. Or I have. I can't speak for you or you.
It's
No, same
probably
here,
part
man.
of just like developing your taste and where you can pick out the flavors.
I mean, Jack Daniels is pretty much the Swiss Army knife of whiskeys. You can
Yeah.
put it in Coke, tastes great. Tastes great enough that people specifically order Jack and Coke. You could drink it straight. You could really do just about anything to it, and it's going to come out from acceptable to great. That being said, after doing about a year's worth of the world's most random whiskey tastings, I honestly think it tastes better straight and not like in a shot like many people in my age bracket do.
Well, it's got a little bit of sweetness in the back end, right?
Yeah.
What would that be? Not green apple.
Green apple.
So the mash bill of Jack Daniels is it's 80% corn, barley, rye. So the corn is what gives it the sweetness, kind of the dusty flavor. And that the corn is where the sweetness comes from. It's got, because it's filtered through charcoal and because they do heavy charred oak barrels, that's where the smoky kind of flavor comes from. See, smoky, not peat, smoke.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get that.
yeah,
All
there you go.
You finally
Okay,
be able to
yeah.
tell
all
us the
right. You get
difference.
one guy who likes peaty stuff, and now we just gotta discriminate on me and my people.
No, I was talking about...
the difference between peat and smoke, which he's been trying to tell me for the past 3 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Do
just
you
took
watch-
it a little personal.
Do you watch the channel?
Anyway,
I do
so-
enjoy it. So on the front end, it's strong enough that you know it's there. It
Yeah.
it's not a smooth stroll into the building, but
Let's
it's
try it
not
with
a
water.
bare knuckle prize fighter that pops you in the mouth as soon as it gets past your lips. But on the back end, it has that sweetness. Not quite as much as, say, like a Stolen 11, but it's got a real nice texture to it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same kind of flavor. It has nothing close to the same flavor profile as an Irish. It's
Yeah.
similar to a bourbon, kind of turned down. It doesn't have the spice that a bourbon normally does. It has sweetness. It has a little bit of smoke. Little tiny bit of alcohol burn on the back end because, I mean, it's relatively young. It's only aged a few years in barrels, so it's not a super smooth, refined kind of whiskey. It's just good.
I'm going to share some vulnerability here. I didn't actually, and I don't actually know where Old Number 7 comes from.
I don't think anybody does.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
Well, I mean, they went through 1 through 6 a long time ago, and then they settled on 7.
This guy.
Am I the only guy who makes sense around here?
No, you make no sense.
None.
Through the
Cool.
Texas summer, 105 degrees, he shows up, full jeans, flannel,
Boots.
insulated cowboy boots. Here we are, sub 50 degrees with a pair of Chucks. You make no sense.
Ever.
I enjoyed that about myself.
He is human chaos. Comment about the Superman curl. You'll appreciate it.
I swear to God.
All right, let's move along because
All right, so you two
Yes.
jerks have been plotting. So what are you doing?
rude, right?
I know.
This guy. We come over here to help him out, and what
Come
does he
over
do?
here, drink your whiskey,
Throwing 5-letter words
film in your
around.
garage.
Golly.
Why are you pulling out money?
Well, because
Well, it's either you're going to strip or you're going to cook, so
you're
it's
going to
your
get one of
decide.
these,
Your decision.
and youngster here is going to get 2 of them.
I don't like this deal already.
Yes, you do. You're going to like this deal. Actually, you're not going to like this deal at all. All right, so far, all of your cooks have been relatively easy. I say that with the caveat of I don't know how you did the Smoky Joes. Holy cow, those were amazing. And you made those from scratch. So now, here's a weathered Jackson. And I'm going to ask you to take that and feed not just your family a meal on it. I'm going to add my family to the mix, and I'm going to throw Aiden in there. So now there's 5 adults, 5 kids, and you got $20 to put a meal together.
You know the kids are going to complain the most.
Here's the rules. You can use whatever spices you have in your cabinet, but staples for the meal, i.e. meat or sides, that must be purchased with it. So if you show up with
Sides like plural?
if you show up with a can of Spam and ramen noodles and rice and make a casserole, then don't worry about sides.
Look, Dennis Rodman, I'm sorry, it's not North Korea. Like, you have to make sides.
Sides like plural? Or one?
Who's getting the one side?
One's fine. One's fine. Okay, so you show up with a loaf of bread and some cheese. Maybe you're going to want to have a couple of sides, like, I don't know, a bag of chips and some Kool-Aid. It's not really a side, but you go with me on it, okay? You got $20 to do whatever you can with it. Good luck with it. You, on the other hand, have the other 2 to bring back as many whiskeys as you can, which means they're not going to be great.
I'm going to see how many people I know just make stuff in their garage.
So when we do our next
I don't want to go blind as a part of this either.
We'll burn it to see.
episode,
Well, I mean, I'll burn it. You'll find out.
which will be Halloween, we're going to have several whiskeys or shitskis because they're not going to be there. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe some will hit above their weight class.
Yeah, I mean, how many plastic jugs have you tasted that were awful?
Until then, the best whiskey is your favorite.
The best barbecue is hopefully going to be good.
Don't forget to share both.
Cheers. Does the $40 include tax for him?
No. No, you got to take care of the tax there, Bob.
Oh no, $40 of tax. I am so scared. I'm shaking in my chucks.
You can pay tax on that, just as
can
long
we-
as the
can we
receipt
limit-
shows
Can we
$20.
tell him the maximum number of bottles he's allowed to buy with that?
Nope.
Why would that
If
even
he shows
be a
up
thing?
with 40 of those and they're all different, so be it.
Why would that even be a thing? Why would there be a limit?
Will you grab that for me?
You ever drank Bailey's out of a shoe? Now, if we zoom in really close, we could get a really crazy
There's some
still.
in here.
Yeah, it's full. It's still sealed.
That's awesome.